What's going on, nation? ukvape here and welcome. Today I bring you an RTA, a multi-lung RTA, and this RTA was sent to me for the purpose of this review by Cigabuy. And yes, check them out. They have amazing prices. They're being a long time sponsor of the channel and I really appreciate that. So the Expromizer. I heard about this one about my YouTube friends that also reviewed it, saying that was one of the best RTAs they ever tried in multi-lung configuration. It came out last year, 2019, but it's still pretty popular. It's very sexy. It's a 23mm diameter, brings an Ultim tank. It also brings a glass tank, kind of removable drip tips, 510 drip tips, so you always can use your own 510. Pretty nice airflow, brings juice flow control on a multi-lung, but the machining on this is wonderful. But obviously we go to all of that on the up and close, so what are we gonna do now? We're gonna dive down. Okay, so here is the box where your Expromizer V4 by Exvape comes in. Inside that box you're gonna get your user manual, very thick one though. Your normal baggie with extras, you're gonna get an extra Phillips screwdriver, a lot of O-rings, extra drip tip and extra pull screws. And you're also gonna get a 2 ml glass because the tank comes with the Ultim one, so this one is glass, same as the Ultim, just 2 mls. And here is your main event, your Expromizer V4. So on the bottom you're gonna have Exvape. It is 23mm diameter. You have a nice gold-plated pin. It doesn't protrude a lot, even though I'm not really sure if you want to use a multi-lung on a hybrid mechanical mode. On the top, you're going to have your typical 510 drip tip. Okay, so if you want to fit your 510s, you will be able to. But this one is very nice because you also can take this little thing on the top. Here we go. It is screw and it brings a black one. An extra black one. Just be careful because this is plastic on plastic, so you don't want to cross thread it. You're also going to be having your airflow on the top. Okay, it is adjustable. It's only one side. It is top airflow and you can adjust it like this. You can go as low as one hole if you want to, or you can go bananas and have it wide open. But obviously we'll talk a bit more about the airflow a bit further. Then this is your Ultim, so plastic, if you want to call it like that, tank. Very nice. It kind of blends with the black and the drip tip. But they give you a glass one if you don't really want to use this one. Now, here, I didn't show you the top fill. Oh god, I forgot. Here we go. So if you want to fill it, you just unscrew the top. Gonna have massive kidney shapes to fill your juice, and machining. Every piece here is like a big piece of metal, and machining on this is just wonderful. Very good machining. Looks very high end, to be honest, at a very low price. Here is gonna be obviously your Ultim. You don't want to use any citrics in here, it might crack. You know, this is not glass, this is just Ultim, but it is heat resistant. Here you're gonna have juice flow control. Okay, so you're gonna be able to adjust what is on your mod. You know, you can have it like that, wide open, or depending. To be honest, on a multi-lung configuration, I don't know if you really want to use a juice flow control. I really don't know why they put it there, but at least it's here if you want to. You're gonna have EX. Very nice engraving there. Like I said, machining on this thing is, every part looks like a big chunk of metal. Here we go. So here is where your airflow is gonna come in from the top to those little holes in there. Pretty neat. And it's gonna obviously hit your coil. I will show you that in a second. And there, those big holes on the side is for your juice to flow into your cotton. Look at this. Wonderful machining. Chimney here, very tiny, you know, to keep that multi-lung tightness going on in there. And here you're gonna have your deck, and as you can see, so the airflow is gonna travel through the top, through those holes there, through those holes on the bottom that you barely see them. You zoom in. Right there. Don't know if you can see them. I think you got 4 of them. And the airflow travels inside and under your coil. How wonderful is that? Very, very intricate. There's a lot of machining going on in there, a lot of thinking. Also, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. Can you see that? You kind of pull your coil and then you can tie it. Got those notches going on in there on both sides. So you can really put your lid on one of the sides, cut it, it's not going to short anywhere. And here is going to be your juice flow to your cotton, and it is adjustable with the outer chamber for juice flow control. And it is a 2-post, very, very simple deck. As you can see, I have my coil in there. It's very, very easy to build. You can go one side or the other, you know. Doesn't matter which side you're going to wrap your coil, pretty damn easy. Very, very nice O-rings and just a tiny airflow coming through the bottom. Like I said, the more intricate here is how the airflow works, you know. It comes from the top, travels down through those holes there, and then those holes gonna feed here. I know it's a lot, it seems to be a lot of traveling, but to be honest, it's very, very smooth. Feeds there and go under to your coil. So very, very nice innovation going on in here. All the matte finish, everything looks very premium, even though this is a normal price, you know. RTA feels very, very premium. I like it. Very, very nice. So just gonna throw some cotton in here. As you can see, you can put quite a lot of cotton there. So we're gonna put the cotton, juice it up, okay, and we come back on top after that. All right. So the cotton is in place. I already kind of cut it, and as you can see, fits quite a lot of cotton. What you want to make sure is to cover all those 3 holes, the feeding holes, okay. To be honest, you're not gonna struggle if you put a lot of cotton here, because as you can see, the feeding poles are kind of massive, and I'm not having any dry hits or nothing like that, you know. I just put enough cotton, make sure I have enough there, because you always can control if you don't have enough cotton. So having all the 3 holes there cover is more than enough. Now today I'm gonna be using some Boss Shot. This one is a cream frappet, so it's like a cafe latte. Pretty big bottle, to be honest, for this small tiny RTA. And it is sitting on my Vaporizo Mini something. Review coming soon for this one as well. Here we go. We have the vapors. That's it. Now, let me build the chimney right here. So obviously choose if you want the glass or the Ultim. I always go for the Ultim. I think it looks sexy, the black. Very, very nice. Make sure it's nice and tight. Here we go. You can close the juice flow control if you want to. I'm gonna close it here, but to be honest, it never really flood on me. It's 2 mLs, even though it looks way more than 2 mLs, but they say 2 mLs. Here we go. Tie it up, and that's it. Open the juice flow control, and it's ready to be baked. So we're gonna come back on top. I tell you where you can get it, price, and we run to pros and cons. Alright, and we're back, and that was the up and close for the Expromizer V4. So where you can get it and price, obviously cigabuy.com for £19.90. £20. That is extremely cheap, because when this bad boy came out, it was nearly £35-40, at least here in the UK. So now for the half of the price, So let's go to pros and cons. Cons. Look, at this price, is actually any cons that I can point for an amazing machining guy like that? Not really. I mean, they kind of cover all the angles here, to be honest. I couldn't really find any cons, even though I'm not a very massive lover of MTL. This one is a good one. So let's go to pros. I'm pretty sure, I mean, I could pick it out on something, you know, oh, no coils, oh, no cotton, but I won't be too fair, to be honest, for the amazing quality that you get on this one. So pros pros, it is the construction and the machining. This thing is unbelievably good. The machining on this is probably one of the best machines I ever saw coming out of China. I mean, this thing was designed in Germany, pretty sure it's manufactured in China, but the machining on this is really, really top quality. I really, really love it. I like that they included extra 810, the removable tip on the top, so if you want to rock it all black, you could, or if you don't, just use your 510 drip tip. It is compatible with 510 drip tips. That is a very, very big pro. 2 mls, I'm not really going to complain on that. I mean, for multi-long configurations, pretty much enough. And I think they want to keep on both markets, you know. Europe, where it's TPD compliant, and outside Europe. And 2 mls for multi-long configuration, yes. Just for control, even though I think it's not really necessary. I mean, it's here if you really need it. I think they cover the back for new users who probably not gonna put a lot of cotton in there, and at least you can dial it down. Airflow control on the top, I mean, works great. It is kind of tricky to get in there to adjust it, but as soon as you get hold of it, it's pretty damn easy. You're gonna have kind of a lot of configuration. It is pretty damn restrictive, but also when I talk with my friends, they told me this thing is one of the most restrictive RTAs that they ever tried, and that came out for multi-long lovers. To be honest, wide open is kind of my jam in there. I kind of like it. It's not very, very restrictive. I was expecting way more restrictive, but obviously if you dial it down, it's gonna get pretty much restrictive. I like the look of it. Looks pretty damn good, and flavor on this has to be one of the best multi-long flavors that I ever had. It's pretty damn good. It is that good. So at the moment I have 0.7, 16.2 watts, airflow wide open. Let's have a toot. Yes. Oh, you see, I have quite a lot of vapor. Obviously, it's wide open. A direct long, probably. I mean, you could. Very restricted though. It's more of a multi-long configuration. Now let's close it halfway. You kind of have to hold it when you adjust the airflow. So how many holes is in here? 2, 4, 6. So let's leave 3 open to go half. Here we go. Half. Same watts, 16.2. Look at that. That's half of the airflow. Still a lot of vapor. Still a lot of very, very good flavor. And it's not that restrictive. Now let's close it. Leave just one air hole. Here we go. One air hole. I'm gonna leave actually 16.2. I hope it's not too much. See, you still got a lot of vapor, but now it is extremely restrictive. This thing, look, if you're a multi-long lover, you need one of those. This one is definitely one of the best MTLs that I ever tried, because the airflow is pretty open like I like it, but it also can be very restrictive, very, very restrictive, at the point that I don't really enjoy it like that. But, man, this thing is good. And one thing that really impressed me, it is the machining on it. Everything looks so nicely designed. The airflow, you know, how it comes from the top, travels to your chamber, travels under your deck to your coil. You can expect that it's going to be, oh, that's a lot of traveling, but it is extremely smooth, look. You can't hear it, and you can't, some RTEs you kind of feel all the airflow traveling. This one is kind of straight away. This thing is good. Really, really love it. I love this thing. Is this the one that's gonna bring me in multi-long? Probably. I vape sometimes. Not a lot, but I do really vape sometimes. Thing is, I used to try a lot of Nick salts, but they are too strong for me. 25 milligram Nick salts too strong for me. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do probably 6 or 9 milligrams juice to put in here, because this thing is pretty damn cool. And yes, this is the Vaporizer Swag Mini. Review coming soon on this one. This thing looks sexy. Look at this combo. Tiny, very, very nice. So, listen, if you're looking for a multi-lung configuration, yes, this is the one to go so far. I mean, it's really early in the year, but this one is a very, very good one that I definitely recommend. I'm gonna leave the links on the description. We're gonna wrap it up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join my Patreon if you want. So I hope to see you on the next video. Till there, keep vaping.